Hey, what's up? Adrian. Yeah, Adrian. Fucking ugly mess. Your Microsoft bitch. Idiot. I work with an idiot.
I just fuck. Well, I guess you restarted it now.
Go off and cut it off.
Cool.
What's up, guys? Fuck yeah.
Anyways, I was pleasantly surprised that Sly was in the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was pretty sick.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty sick.
I like him. Have you seen that Rocky movie? Oh, not the Balboa, but the what's it called? Creed. Have you seen Creed?
Is yours recording?
Creed.
Oh no, because it was
Creed?
like going like super flat right here.
That was because I was
You're
talking
far
lower.
away. Anyways, no, actually, I haven't. I didn't watch Creed, but I heard it was okay.
It was dope.
Yeah?
It was cool. I had a good time watching it. It wasn't cheesy. I mean, it was a good cheesy, but it wasn't bad.
That fool's story, the way he came up, is sick. You heard of it?
No.
That he pretty much came up with the concept of Rocky, wrote it himself, etc. And then he was selling it, and people were down to buy it, but he was trying to be the lead, and everyone's like, "No, you're an ugly fuck. You're not gonna be able to be in it."
Little as hell.
But he kept going. But he was pretty much going homeless at this point because he wasn't working. He wasn't making any cash. He's trying to pursue this dream. At one point, he had to sell his dog to make some cash, just to fucking keep the lights on.
Poor Lassie.
Yeah, and then finally he got it. He was able to do it, and it was a weird ass deal. Like, yeah, we'll buy it. Fine, you can be in it, but if it like flops or something, then you don't get paid. Like, it was some shady ass thing. But then he ended up getting some cash for it, and then ended up buying the dog back,
Nice.
and put the dog in the movie. And I guess the thing too was that, so he sold the dog in front of this liquor store. So then he would chill in that liquor store for like months on end until he found the guy that bought the dog. Yeah.
That's
and then,
funny.
so part of the deal to buy the dog back was that the guy who originally bought it was like an extra in the movie too.
That's down.
Yeah. But his story, like the amount of years and all the effort that we put in,
To put it out there.
oh yeah, he put in a
It
fucking
was
shit
based
ton of
off
work.
some boxer. I mean, but
Yeah,
that's
like,
cool.
yeah.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a cool story of him
Right.
reaching out to make that movie that he wanted to.
It was cool too because
Isn't that funny? Real quick, how we hear about this often, but it works out for people. Like, they want to be casted, or they want to be in things, and they're like, well, it's not working out for me, so I have to create something
right.
that I'll put myself in that's
Right,
good.
right.
And it works up with whether it be with actually Rick and Morty. Rick or Justin Roiland wanted to make cartoons by Fox and pitching this and that to fucking everybody.
Man.
And he's like, well, fuck it.
I guess I'll
don't
do it
know
myself.
how it actually happened, but
Right.
he got the opportunity with Rick and Morty. And fucking Stallone. Who else? There's been a
There's a lot of fucking people that do that shit. Yeah.
Tarantino.
Yeah. You can't fucking even on a personal level. My boss was like that. He couldn't get a fucking job, create his own fucking jobs. But no, I was watching speaking of Tarantino, I was watching Robert Rodriguez has a show called Director's Chair. Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's actually sick. It's him, and he interviews other directors.
What network is this in?
His network, the El Rey.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that.
And I don't know where I saw the episode. I think
you see that? Do it again.
What?
And on his network, he's like, I wanted to make a TV show. But I'll make it on my own network.
Yeah, exactly. But he interviews different directors, and he just talks about pretty much digs deep on like, how did this movie go, how did this happen, or whatever. But it's pretty cool because it's like creator to creator talking about it, and then there's like little tidbits on, like, he says something like, oh man, I love the special effects on that, and then the guy's like, oh, well, it wasn't really a special effect, it's because the guy kept fucking it up, so we had to do this and that, and that's why he's like, oh shit, I thought that was like a conscious
by chance
choice. Yeah, but it's like, no, it's just like, one of the things was Back to the Future, the end scene, I think it was gonna like I think the studio didn't want to pay for it or some shit like that, and then they ended up doing like a secret recording, like little fucking.
How does that end again?
It's the clock tower.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The
Clock
train and
tower.
all that.
Yeah, and then if you ever watched Dusk Till Dawn, right? The fucking Tarantino vampire movie. They were filming the last scene of when they're at the titty twister, and the special effects team put too much explosives and they blew the fucking thing up the very first scene.
Oh,
so they ended up like, oh, fuck it, that looks kind of cool. Let's record it, and then you can see it like in the movie. And then he's like, that's why I had to cut like halfway through the explosion because it kept engulfed in flames. So I had to cut away from it. It's a little cool shit like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like anything going on in your world? Anything you want to talk about?
In my world.
In my words.
Going on in my world. There's a lot going on in the world, in my world. As far as just like business shit going on. I was just telling you about the concept that I had of the urge. My
let our listeners know what
right the urge. So
the
fuck
urge.
Yeah. So people obviously heard of the movie The Purge, which I haven't seen. Have you seen any of those?
I haven't seen them.
No, I haven't seen any of them.
I know
they're probably gonna be dog shit.
I know the basic thing
Premise, right?
Premise,
right. One time a year, let all the fucking demons out. So then the rest of the time you're a saint. And this was a little concept that I had called, instead of the purge, it's called the urge, and it's the same thing, but it's with relationships. So one day a year, one night a year, you get the urge, and then your significant other. And it has to go both ways. They allow you to go do whatever the fuck you want to do. But it's funny though. I think it'd be funny because if you did like a skit of it or something, because you're trying to score on a time clock. So, there's no you can't do pre-post, like you can't.
I was gonna say
can't be chopping it up.
But what if
the time to the
if you start setting your shit up?
Nope.
I know you can say no, but what if
against urge rules?
But what?
And the purge, I'm assuming, has rules.
How can you make sure that it's regulated?
But that's the whole point of the whole point of the purge is everyone follows the fucking rule to the T. Yeah. Because this day you're gonna be able to.
Well, but I'm sure people kill people before anyway.
No, but that's supposed to be the whole point.
Very peaceful, but I'm sure people still kill people.
But then that defeats the purpose of the purge. I mean, we never seen the movie.
No.
But that defeats that's the whole point of it is nothing, no fucking stealing, no nothing, because you get that one day to do everything. So that's the same thing with the urge. You can't do shit. You got to be 100% faithful. Not look at women. Not look at 100%, and then you get your fucking day of urging, which would be interesting. It could probably turn violent quickly because you're on the time clock, and you just
you'd be boned up, and it's not working for you for some reason at that time, and this. I just have to. Find somebody. What time is it? What time is it? What would you do? Take us through your morning journey. You have full purge privilege.
Well, then that's another thing. Does it start in the morning? You know, if it does start in the morning,
it's a full day, right?
Well, I'm assuming from the movie. I don't know. I was thinking more nighttime for whatever reason. But if it is a full day thing, oh fuck! First thing you do is you try to go. I mean, you could. I guess you could go. Well, I was gonna say you could go the easy route and just go hookers.
No, but do you use, since it's that day? So let's say it's Saturday, the May 31st.
The urge is here.
Oh fuck yeah! Now, do you sleep in early?
Oh yeah, to prepare. Fuck yeah.
But do you go out that morning? Do you wake up at midnight and it's like fuck it?
Oh, smart move. Yeah. See, I wasn't even thinking of that because my first thought was go to the mimosa spot. Right, but you could do that. You can wait right till fucking go to sleep at 6 p.m.
Yeah,
wake up at 11:30. Fucking park at the bar. Right at
have a few drinks.
No,
that clock. Oh god,
and then boom, start it, and then just try to catch yourself a straggler by that point. And then I would say first thing in the fucking midnight, you're in there. You're trying to fucking do your thing. You're not fucking sleeping.
No.
Then you go to the fucking mimosas.
You're just not gonna sleep that day.
Oh hell no!
Fucking energy drinks.
Every fucking second counts in the urge. Would you?
How would you prepare your vehicle? How would you have a room? How would you set things up for you to have sexual encounters? Would you just try to see where you can have this thing? Would you how would you set this up?
Yeah. Ew, that's a tough one. I guess you would have to map out. Okay, I need an area that's populated with singles, and it's a thing, and I need an area with hotels around, or you say, fuck it, I have a nice little shaggin' wagon.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
You rent a van, you rent a van for
Right.
for that day.
For that, yeah, a little shaggin' wagon.
Hey, let's go back to my van right there.
Right.
Oh,
But
okay.
and you make it look like you rent like that fucking, what's that guy's name? Andy something, the young buck that fucking free climbs, who lives in a van. He lived in a van for like
Sick
20
ass
years
van,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, like a sick ass pimped out van.
Shower right up, and do you do your deed and then go back to the next one, or do you think?
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
Because it's the urge, man. It's
Yeah.
like, this is your
But what do
only.
you tell the girl? You just dip out? Or would you tell her anything?
I wonder if, unless it's a thing where it's known, but then if it's known,
If everyone has to abide by it, is that what
right,
you mean?
right,
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. Because you could do it two ways. You could either, okay, this is just a relationship
good.
thing.
Because I think women would give you much more pussy, knowing that you're in that urge.
Right.
It's like, hey, what's up?
The
It's
single
like-
ones.
Yeah, the single ones.
Yeah.
Or even the ones.
Maybe
yeah,
two.
the other one.
Well, I mean, they might have their.
Yeah, their
I mean,
urge.
it's who's to say that it's only
But would
only
it
men
be the
can do the
same day
urge?
for everyone, or one day for like? Would it vary?
It would have to be for everyone the same day, because
Then
they
there'd be
just.
a lot of fucking.
Oh yeah,
100%.
yeah, exactly. Because there's definitely women out there that would be like, I wish
Is
I could
there
just
rules?
cheat on my man without.
Is there rules like you can't fuck her boss?
No, fuck no, it's the urge.
Male or female?
No, it's the urge.
I'm gonna fuck your man boss.
No, fuck no, man. You kidding me?
I mean,
I like how I'm insulted by your questions. Like, is there rules? No, motherfucker, it's the urge.
Just one. Fuck all you want. No.
Exactly.
That's it. That's interesting.
That'd be funny.
So where would you run into problems in the urge?
In the urge,
Would you make it a point not to be in the vicinity of your girl or your beloved?
no, I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter.
But there might be even like a happy couple that urges together, like swingers.
Yeah. She'd be banging girls until you'd be like, "Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
let me get her next, babe."
yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. What could be some issues with the urge?
Yeah, but now,
You think-
if we're talking about it as a movie, let's make the
Let's make the plot.
let's make the plot
Yeah.
and let's put
Coming
the
to a
problems
theater
and
near you.
solutions.
The urge. Yeah, the fucking bass coming.
Yeah.
that's that fucking the what's the fucking company? Yeah, fucking whatever. But that's that, and then it comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the fucking the emblem right here. The urge.
All right.
What
So
is
the fucking.
is there any image that is associated with this movie? Like the urge? Is there like a dick, or is it just like a nice, cool looking letters, comical letters, or something?
I would do so cool looking letters where if you look at them in a way you're like, wait, is that naked bodies, like but you can't really tell too much, like you have to kind of like, it's subtle.
I think
it's subtle.
I think it'd be sick if it's kind of shot like what's it called? What's that damn movie where there was a lot of
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. Cloverfield.
Yeah,
It'd be
just
cool
the
if it's
shaky
shot
cam,
like shaky cam and shit.
like a
But
POV.
I think it'd be cool if it's not to say humorless, but
Right.
if it's like a serious ass movie. Like,
Right.
Fuck yeah! Like it just
Right.
the movie score.
The urge is a serious thing.
It's like wake up and like it's nothing dopey about it. It's a serious ass movie.
Right. And there has to be multiple storylines going on at the same time.
Yeah.
There's the one annoying activist who's against the urge.
Okay.
The urge isn't right. There should never be an urge. It
Yeah.
should be not consensual, but there should be monogamy 24/7, whatever.
Or the other side. Everyone should fuck everything. That you shouldn't have to have a day to belong to.
Right. And then you have to follow like at least two couples. One of the couples who like lives for the urge. That's their shit. and they got family and they got kids and all that stuff. But then when the urge comes, they go devious, fucking just the foulest shit you can think of.
What if one of the storylines of this movie, let's say you, that's interesting. So let's start it off. What are our characters?
Well, I thought we were gonna just start off the movie. Well, maybe the characters come up right now.
All right, we'll make it
the movie will start. It's nighttime because I wanted to start with the action pack. It's nighttime, and it's maybe the guy's driving, just steering through fucking traffic, and he's fucking looking at the clock, and the clock is 11:29, and he's just like, what the fuck?
Now is he taking like pills?
He's fucking got the cologne, fucking fixing up the watch, and he's just like boom boom boom, and it almost looks like he's some kind of like Wall Street motherfucker or something. Like, oh shit, this guy's late to he's about to close a deal or some shit. Yeah. Boom boom boom, pulls up, fucking gives cash to the fucking valet. Goes in there, goes to the bartender. He's like, hey, fucking the usual. They know him. He's there every urge.
Oh no, not the usual. 5 shots right here, like something. Like just...
No, I'm saying he's the usual there, so they know him, and then so they line him up.
Yeah,
fucking 5 shots right there because that's his spot. Yeah. That's his territory. Every urge, and he's there. He's fucking looking, and then he looks up at the other clock, and then the clock's ticking 50. And then it's 55, and he's just like, fuck yeah. He's just waiting, and he's not touching the shots.
How would it work for the people that are working?
What do you mean?
If it's the urge for everyone at that on that day, and you're working on the urge, it kind of sucks.
Not if you're working at a bar, or people could just say fuck it, they just take off. I mean, I know buddies who work at bars; they fuck all the time.
I think you'd have to make it where for that day
it shuts down.
Everyone's off.
Yeah. Well, come midnight.
Yeah, come midnight. So you're still like so people. So as soon as midnight, everyone they're not acting oblivious to the time.
Right.
It's not. It is about you. The movie's about that character.
Right.
But it's not like everyone else is also angst, waiting for like, all right. Fucking people are listening. The waitresses are like, all right.
Yeah, getting ready to go. And he's fucking going. And then it's weird because the shots have been ready, but he's just looking at the clock. He's not fucking touching them. And then all of a sudden it goes, ding. And then you have some fucking...
Now making it, do you think would there be any talking now, or would we just be the fucking gorillas?
Oh, no, I would do more like very silent with like especially when he's going in the car, very silent, and you just hear just every once in a while when the camera pans out when you're not in the car with them, you just right, and then same thing at the bar. It's like you feel like I should be hearing more stuff, but it's silent. You're only hearing specific sound effects.
What if because there has to be a dilemma. What if you have maybe this guy's girl knowing the urges that day is going to be there. It starts at midnight. What if like weeks before she slips him something in his food that when he is confronted with a bunch of women, he's just not able to get hard. It's like would that be?
That's going silly. I think.
It's because then he can then try to figure out how he's going to.
Now that's a new challenge of his.
Yeah. Or what would be the challenge for him?
I'm confused.
What would be the challenge for him? Like we just can't. We're just making a porno if we're just gonna follow him fucking everything.
No, because I think like in the like again I haven't watched the movie The Purge, but I think in The Purge, the stories you end up following people. Like there's a family who they're just hiding because that's The Purge. People.
You think there's families hiding from the town? Or?
Could be chicks. Could be chicks. Could be dudes. Like I'm not trying to be.
No, so are we saying there's complete sexual freedom, so you can just go bang this?
Right.
Like with that, like just nilly willy.
Right.
People are just like, I don't want to get fucked.
Right. Right. Because there has to be this. There has to be that. But that's in the Purge movie. That's what they do. It's like you have a family who's like blocked off and shielded off, and then there's a dilemma because there's some guy that looks really innocent, and he's like, "Please let me in. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me." And then it's the Purge, so that you can't really trust anyone. No, but it seems like this guy needs the help. it's the same thing. Like maybe it's a chick, and she's coming. She's like, "Help me! I don't want the urge." And then
Do you have water?
right, and they're trying to, but then it's actually she's setting them up because there's like a gang of people with her who are just ready to to ravage that.
It's like a very good looking family,
right?
and people are just like, I can't wait to fuck this.
Can't
family.
we get the urge? It's a different kind of different movie. You have a gorgeous couple. Then they just moved into this place that has the urge annually, but they don't know about it.
No.
So
there you go.
people are like overly friendly to them
so it's
at first.
Storyline in this,
right? That's the storyline, and they're kind of like a little weirded out about it. It's like, why are they people? I mean, at first they're like, oh, people are really nice, but then it's like, it's a little too nice. Like it's just too nice, and then maybe they have neighbors come over, and the neighbors are like, oh, well, what's that? What's your thing made out of? What's this? To kind of trying to check like how the fuck can I creep in here when the urge happens?
Go to sleep. But
right. Like they're trying to kick them out and shit like that. And then that's the thing. It's like this gorgeous couple that everyone wants to fucking urge on.
Steven, why do you keep looking at your watch? Oh, just forget. It's just I have something in the oven. That's why. But do you want to go check on that? No, it's fine.
Yeah, just fucking waiting to tick down.
But they're just curious because there's a couple people trying to looking at their clocks, like just they're little. You can feel the angst. Also, you can feel like it's like, oh, can you guys like go? Can you leave now?
Right. Yeah, well, fuck, whatever. It wasn't supposed to be a movie idea. If anything, I just thought it would be kind of like a stand-up bit, of this concept of the urge and why it would be beneficial for couples to use the fucking urge.
Well, what do you think are the top 5 benefits
of the urge?
Of the urge.
I think it's
not top 5, but just any benefits.
I think it's just having the ability to taste the variety. Because I've even noticed this with like the most. I would say happiest, but the men that I've seen in relationships who you wouldn't think such a nice guy. This guy's not a dog at all. And I remember actually I worked with this one guy. He's a really chill guy, older guy. He had been with his wife for like 20-some years, but he was like in his 30s or something. Like he was high school sweethearts. Jeez. Like 15, 16 and whatever. And I asked him, I was just genuinely curious, like, how does that work out? Like, are you not like, how does that work? He's like, no, I admire beautiful women. Like, if I see a beautiful woman, I think to myself, wow, she's a beautiful woman. He's like, but that's where it stops for me. Like, I don't have any other urges, like, urge for that. It's just, oh, okay, good looking girl, and that's it. Because he never, from what I remember, he never made any comments. He never like, oh man, check her out. Nothing.
Wow.
So I was just like interested. But my point is, even that individual, I know, right? Even that individual was able to say, oh no, I know a beautiful woman when I see one. So maybe the urge day is the ability. Yeah. But I'm saying maybe the urge day is the ability to be like, you know what? Maybe I'll just flirt a little with her. If he's not trying to go all that hardcore on her, but it gives him that ability to just kind of.
Do you think you'd be chill? Like if you think people would be all right with their opposites getting dicked down or getting?
No, but that's the whole point. I mean, that's like in The Purge. No one's happy about people like rape and kill and do whatever you want, but it's part of the society we're in. So I don't think they would be happy necessarily.
Yeah. But I thought it's supposed to be like joyful.
The urge?
Yeah.
No, well, it depends on who you are. Same thing in the movie. You either enjoy the purge or you don't. You either enjoy the urge. I don't know, because I think it depends on how extreme it can be. And like if it's a free for all, where then there's like dudes coming my way trying to butt rape me, then I might not enjoy the urge too much. But if it's just
let's say we live in a strictly heterosexual world, and there's not going to be advances, or maybe there's spots, safe havens, if you will, where it's heterosexuals and homosexuals or anything else. would you be down with? Would you be if you can
For
smash
the homosexual side.
well, if you can smash all the chicks that you want, would you be down for your lady to be like? Would you not trip because you're out fucking around?
Right. Yeah, you gotta live by the urge, man.
Gotta live by the urge.
That's how it goes.
As you
Because you
have
can't
to.
be hypocritical
No,
at it either.
You can't.
No, I just want to urge. You can't urge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to the next morning wake up, kiss
Brush
her,
it all off.
brush the crusty cum off her lip,
Yeah.
and
Go about your
go
business.
about your business. I love you, baby.
And that's maybe that's a rule to the urge is immediately after the urge, everyone got tested. Everyone go fucking dip yourself in a tub of hand sanitizer.
Yeah. And maybe you don't see your beloved for maybe that week or something or day after,
right.
just to kind of
Just ease the pain.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm out of the camp. Oh yeah, how was the camp for you? It's nice. Weird. Like maybe you go to camps where you're recovering from the urge.
Something, something that takes your mind out of it. But
it's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't supposed to be like a movie plot or anything like that. It's just like I think that'd be kind of funny in a stand-up comic or like bit where you're kind of like talking about this like perspective on like what if we had the urge and then the urge you had the one night. To me, I don't know, and then always in my head it was just night. Like it's just that one night that you're allowed to fucking do what you have to do. Because you can, I mean,
and is it worldwide or is it just for?
Again, I wasn't thinking all that. It was just more like again, like maybe it's a fucking per relationship thing. Hey, here's a clause we can sign in our relationship if you want to.
But single people aren't allowed in this urge.
Well, they're just chilling there. They're just. But
the other people are forced into the urge. The coupled people are.
No, but see, because you keep going to the movie part of it. That's why. You keep going to the whole.
I know you can make a superficial joke about it, but I'm just honestly curious.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I hadn't thought of it that way.
You can.
Yeah. No, I'm not fucking asshole. Yeah, but I'm not saying that, you piece of shit. I'm just saying is I hadn't thought of it all that. So you're like, well, how about this? I was like, you're asking me like I fucking.
Well, I'm asking you because I want to see you fucking think on your toes.
No, but I
I haven't thought about it. I'm like, we just run with it.
I know, but but it wasn't that deep to me. That's why I was just like, man, and we got enough with it with the movie thing. I was like, oh well, you could do this and you could do that, and you could do that, and I'm like, I think you're asking the same questions at this point. Like, is it society? Is it just people? Are they allowed? Are they not? But yeah,
because they haven't answered anything. That's why I keep asking different questions.
Like, I guess.
I guess we're done with the.
I was gonna say I'm done with this shit now.
Jesus.
I should fucking went off again.
Oh, perfect. How long was it this time?
Fucking final.
28 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
What's good?
Let's check out what's in the
trending topics.
Actually, I do remember I read about this in Walnut Creek, in California. Some lady went up to in a gas station. Some lady got a Doritos nacho cheese bag, and then she went to the nacho cheese or to the nachos, and I guess she opened her bag up and put the diarrhea cheese in there, and went home. She's been like in intensive care for 3 weeks because there was like some bacteria parasite thing in the nacho cheese. I'm like, but what do you think about that? Is that I never really eat gas station food right? Just like the sandwich.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
She's in intensive care for 3 weeks.
Do you know what was the company, the gas station?
I think it was Arco.
Oh. And it's funny because they're the fucking whole AM PM, right? They're the whole like ones that were like, this is the spot. You come get gas here because we got all the fucking grub.
Too, dog,
yeah. I mean, but then again, it's like, yeah, gas station food's not the healthiest, but you should at least be. It should be safe enough for you to eat it without shitting yourself to death. So you should have like even though it's not the best thing, it still shouldn't fucking poison you.
It's food that everyone is like touching or doesn't change. People don't change.
Right.
It's
disgusting as fuck. Yeah.
So you gotta think about it's kind of foul.
Yeah, it's disgusting as fuck. But again, I think there still should be a safetyness to it. I mean, if they fucking lock up the Mexican people fucking making hot dogs on the corner because they don't have FDA fucking health proof, are you gonna let these fucking ARCO and PM they gotta fucking regulate them too?
But then this might make it where they have to have an employee specific to food,
like a health. Yeah, and I think they have to. I mean, there has to be, because even when my cousin worked at Walmart as a store manager, he had to have a food certificate of safe handling food because there was a deli in that Walmart. He didn't work at the deli; he was a store manager. Never did he have to go to the deli. They actually had specific store managers or region managers within things. Like, okay, this guy handles produce and this guy handles sales and other stuff. He wasn't even in part of the food stuff, but he still had to get his food safety certificate.
Maybe they just wanted they wanted to watch their ass, or they wanted to maybe just have the ability to be able to have them check in on the food. Like maybe they oh shit, this manager.
Right. Just in case someone's not around or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
What do I do with this chicken?
Yeah.
Or just stance on it.
Yeah.
My shoes.
Yeah. Wait.
So
chicken shouldn't be purple.
Up. And then I was reading about this gentleman.
Wait. Where was that at?
Walnut Creek.
Oh, sorry. It was at Walnut Creek? Oh, okay. Damn.
And I was reading about this gentleman in Texas that sued his date because they went to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy in 3D, and he paid for these tickets. And she was texting
during the movie,
and she's like, "Well, if you're gonna be," if you're gonna be texting, you might want to not be here.
Right.
And she bounced, but it cost him money.
He sued her.
So she sued her.
What the fuck? Is he a white?
Yeah.
What a fucking
for
weirdo.
$17.31.
Holy shit, that's a real thing.
And she paid it back. I mean, I never went to court. She's just like, $17.
Yeah, because she's probably like, what a fucking weirdo. Here, get the hell out of my life, you creep.
What do you think about?
You have a picture of him? I want to see him.
No. What do you think about people pulling out their cell phone while you're
it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Even when we're just as buddies, you and I have had moments like that where we're just either one of us, we're talking to each other, and then the other one pulls the phone out and just fucking gets mesmerized in it. It's annoying as fuck.
I do think
it's
that
super
was
frustrating.
Dweeby as fuck.
Yeah.
The suing.
Yeah.
Right? But I have
respect for that.
I do at the same time. But I have told women in dates, if I measurably sensible. So okay, you pull out the phone once or twice when I'm talking.
Right.
Second time or something or whatever.
Right.
I have to tell them, if you pull out your phone again, I'm gonna end this date. I'm gonna take you back home.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time they
oh shit, my
oblige.
bad. Right.
Oh shit.
Right.
And they really because I'm not gonna I'm making an effort, or I'm gonna leave my phone here because I'm trying to connect with you or just talk to you as a person.
Right.
And but it's been twice where she tries to test me and pulls his phone out, and I fucking go back here. Have a nice night.
Yeah.
Fucking dick. Yeah, but
that's funny. Yeah, no, it's just
have you done something?
Oh yeah, I have, but I don't do it as aggressive as you do. I usually just kind of kid it around, but they usually get the hint. Cause just a little shit. I was fucking addicted to your phone, or oh shit, what, your mom's checking in on you or something like that, and then they kind of get it, oh yeah, sorry, I should fucking keep my phone to the wayside. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had I've never had a woman challenge me with that specifically, but I have had women challenge me in dates with certain shit. And
how elaborate?
It was one when I was during my dog days. It was a little petite chick, and she would say things that you can tell any other guy would get pissed off about it. Little things like I don't know.
Sometimes it's hard to specifically say what it is, but you both know you're
it's like you're responding that way to fuck with me. Mm-hmm. Something like let's say you meet up at Starbucks,
Yeah.
right? And let's say it was her idea. Hey, can we meet up at Starbucks? And then okay, cool. And it's like, oh, do you want anything? Whatever. Oh, no, I don't drink coffee. Well, what do you want her to come to Starbucks? Or no, that's not even just. But yeah, it's a fucking. I'm trying to think of something, but it's.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and some of the listeners probably do too, but you can't be like that's exactly it.
Right.
It's hard because it's kind of minor.
Right.
Little bullshit.
Right. But anyway, she was like that. And she was funny because she was small, really, really small girl, and I actually called her out on it. I was like, you do that. You do that to try to get a reaction out of guys, right? And it scares the shit out of them because you're on a date and you're a pretty little thing, so they don't want to miss the opportunity to fuck you.
Yeah.
But so then they take your shit, like they take the little bullshit, and she's like, and she was a little surprised by it, and she was like, yeah, how'd you know? I was like, I could just tell, like you're not cooperating, in certain ways, like this is an extreme example maybe, but I was like, hey, can you close the door? Can you lock the door? No. You know, little shit like that, or just that's the type of thing. And but it was just funny when I called her out on it, and then I obviously had to be more like of a forceful individual at that point. And then she ended up like being that type of chick who just like she's like, I push guys' buttons and waiting for one to be like, the fuck you doing?
Yeah. I got you. That's funny. I've come across that, or something I remember as and I might sound petty, but I don't give a fuck. Something as like, can you hold my purse? Well, on a date, first date, and I'm holding my purse. I'm like, nope. Put it like right there. Just put it on the table. She's like, you're not gonna hold my purse? I'm like, nope. Come on, just for a quick moment. I'm like, but there's a table right there, and I didn't bring this thing with me because we're going to have beers here. Like, you don't have to bring this thing.
Right.
Maybe this is just me being an asshole too. I'm not gonna say that she's in the wrong either, but she's just like, hold my purse. But I remember it did become a little game where she's like, please, and I'm like, nope, I don't give a shit. And she's just like, come on, and then she started kind of baiting me with, well, fucking, I'll give you a kiss. And like, dude, I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna put it. She's like, find it.
Yeah, well, see, at that point, because when you first saying it, it does seem a little like, man, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
But the way, that's what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
And you're a smart enough dude. You're a smart enough dude to recognize when someone's like, hey, can you grab my purse real quick? I have a bunch of shit that I got going on. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, no worries. Or to be like, hey, hold it.
Yeah.
You can tell like the tone of like, okay, you're doing this to just see how far you can get. And okay, you're doing this because you just do this really quickly. It's not that big of a deal.
There was this redhead floozy that we were actually 3 a.m. at a friend's house and we're having drinks, but it's kind of chilly out there. I don't have a jacket either, but it is a little chilly. And then she's over here talking. After we made out a few times, and then she's just like over here, like in my fucking space, close to me, close vicinity, like in between my lap, in between my legs. And she's like, and we're talking to somebody else, some other dude, and then she's just like, warm me up with your hands. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, bring a jacket. Like, right. She's like, you're gonna be an asshole like that? I think that's the one I told you about where I ended up smacking her around, and she's like, this is so hot. Well, she was hitting me. And I started biting her, and kind of it went rough and kind of smack it up. Very reserved power strikes, slapping kind of around after she had struck me with what seemed to be some force that behind her, like she with intent.
Right.
But then I was kind of bitter and smacked her around, and she's like, "This is so hot," and we started making out. But it was that it's all a little play, it's a little game.
Yeah, and it's not all of them, but there's some fucking wackos out there. But this is funny though. This fucking guy sues this bitch, and well, at least he got his money back. But I do want to see what the fuck he looks like.
What he looks like?
Looking little dweeb.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, fucking Texas, huh? That's funny shit. They fucking sue, man. That's so weird. I mean, man, because I would just chalk that up to a bad date. Like, I just had a shitty date. This fucking broad. I was trying to watch this movie and she just texting the whole time. I told her something. She just walked out. I wonder if it cost him more than $17 to sue her. Like if he had to fucking fill out some kind of registration form at the city hall.
Probably, actually.
Cost them fucking $100 for the form.
Well, she's like, nah, I want you to give me my fucking scroll back.
Because don't you have to pay for someone to serve someone? Right? Because when you get sued, that's what happens, right? You have to get served.
No, I think you can
mail it to them.
It should have been small claims, so I don't even think you have to
serve anyone.
Or even I don't know, but I don't believe that you have to pay much, or if anything, it's just like if it's I think it's below 1,000 or something like that, then it's small claims, and you just go in front of a fucking judge.
But for the joke of it, it'll be funny if he had to pay his shit. He had to fucking hire a guy to serve her and do all this shit just for $17 back.
That'd be fucking fantastic.
But it is a little bit of a fucking win for him. Like, fuck you, bitch. Don't do this shit to me. I'll sue your ass.
Yeah. Fucking act right.
Yep. All right, so it looks like you're kind of scrolling through Yahoo trending news right now. What we got going on? A lot of celebrity shit. We were talking about that because you asked me earlier, like, you have any topics? And I told you, I was like, nah, I haven't really consumed any news. But I do remember I was looking at stuff, and it was just like everything was celebrity Trump, celebrity Trump, celebrity Trump. And I was like, Jesus.
Even right now,
like there's nothing going on.
Let's check out YouTube trending. Oh, there's a Cyclops goat in India.
I saw that thumbnail, but I didn't fucking watch it. Yeah, fucking play that shit real quick. Again. That shit looks fucking weird. Oh, dude, that's trippy. Holy shit, it's a fucking goat. It has literally one eye. It has to be like retarded. It's retarded.
And it has its tongue out like Miley Cyrus.
Oh, that shit looks weird, dude.
Miley Cyrus.
And it has like a parrot mouth.
Yeah.
No, he looks almost like a chimpanzee.
And the tongue, though, that's the Miley Cyrus tongue, and it looks like happy. It's cute. It's kind of doggish.
Oh, that's fucking ugly, dude. It's an ugly fucking thing. It looks weird, dude.
It's so ugly. It's kind of cute.
It has to be retarded.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Nibbler from Futurama.
Oh, it's gonna die in a few days, so it doesn't. Yes, it's so defective.
Poor
it's
bastard.
Not gonna last.
That sucks. Oh my god, that's weird.
There was Cyclops like that, like big ass eyes, Cyclops people.
Dude, I want to believe that. Some weird shit. There had to be some weird shit. Like the pyramids, right? Dude. That's like the weirdest shit. Unless that's literally what they just spent their whole life
doing.
Yeah, I mean they did have slaves building it. It's not like it was. Yeah. But shit, that's.
You know what I had just recently. I had just recently watched a YouTube video supposedly exposing that
filming the pyramids being built.
They just said it's school books school teachings were incorrect in that it wasn't slaves, and I don't know how what is true, but it was actually paid.
They weren't black, so they weren't slaves.
It was paid architects and people, and they were actually revered. And some of them, if they died on the process of making this pyramid, were buried by it.
That'd be cool.
So I'm like, that's a cool thing.
That would actually kind of be that would actually be really cool.
That'd be kind of nice.
It was actually created by the best architects of the land at that point.
I got this motherfucking idea for a fucking peak right there, dog.
Impeachment voice message. So they're talking about impeaching Trump now. Oh, shut up.
Dumb shit. Man,
you get tired of it, dude. Yeah. It's just reality TV at this point. And it sucks because it's some real shit. They can make some decisions that could affect your life, but you're so not in the control of it. It just fucking sucks, and so it gets to a point where you're just shut the fuck up.
You get to bitch at it. What do you do? That's
what I'm saying. Doing? That's your only that's your only fucking freedom. I mean, freedom of speech, I guess, freedom of bitch. That's pretty much what it is. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's a shitty. I guess you can go the route of trying to be a politician and trying to get into that. Right. But even the president, what is the true extent of his powers? Like, what are you gonna? How are you gonna actually change it? And how many hands are gonna be in your, or how much puppeteering you at the point where you get funding to actually be a president? Right.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know, man. It gets fucking annoying.
It gets tiring.
It really fucking does.
Tour the pharmacy. Sabrá Dios.
Are you excited for Pirates of the Caribbean coming up?
No.
No? You didn't fuck with him?
I don't care for it.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite movie series.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
What do you like about it?
I like pirates. I really do, man. I don't know for
I've seen a couple. They're cool. They're fun.
No, they're really well done. But I always used to not. It wasn't even joking around. I was dead serious. When I was younger, I would tell my older brother, like, if my thing was, if by the time I'm 40, if I hadn't accomplished shit in my life, if I was a nobody, if I was a nothing, I would just fucking go become a pirate and fucking just live it.
That'd be sick.
Scurvy.
Pillage other boats. And
yeah. It's like
fuck their women.
And like, fuck it. I didn't amount to shit. Might as well go do some fun shit. Yeah.
Get do some fun shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then you know what? One of the things that I had read is that they wouldn't shower for days and they let the fucking salt on their bodies like crustify. So then when they eat, they get that salt.
Oh, that's filthy.
Isn't that funky?
Yeah.
But that's salt, dude. You're
I'm
getting
not surprised.
some flavorful ass food. Isn't that foul though? That you're a crusty thick salt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Could you do that?
Fuck no.
Put your thick salt on the food? Could you eat somebody? There's a cannibalism video.
No, I don't. Well, maybe I can't say that because maybe you're put into some extreme ass thing where you're like it was a Burr.
You're close. If you can eat ass, you can.
Yeah, yeah. You're like,
fuck,
might as well. Fucking Burr had something that he was talking about in the podcast about that. Yeah. That he had. It was a book about the Chinese. I think it was Chinese it's Japanese. I think Japanese army, and they were going to war with. I think it was like Europe or something. It was when they were first trying to kind of like prove themselves as a leading power. And when the Europeans came to attack them, there was a huge tsunami that wiped out the European army. So the Japanese took it as a sign from a god that they couldn't lose the war. So they didn't prepare for shit, and they hopped up on these boats and headed to sea, like to go fucking attack. But they were so unprepared that they didn't have any fucking supplies, no food. So halfway through the trip, they made a pact with each other. Was cannibalism is all right as long as you don't eat another Japanese individual. So they would get these POWs and just start fucking going in on them, and they would keep them alive because like whatever the meat tender, whatever the fuck it was. So they would like hang these dudes upside down and literally cut off chunks of their back. And it's a real military shit, and they didn't bring it out until like 50 years later after it was declassified, and then because the U.S. knew about it, all the powers knew, and then so then this guy who was part of that wrote a book, and fucking they would say how they would have like a ditch full of fucking guys that was just their fucking like leftover scraps of the shit that they didn't eat. Yeah, crazy shit. You think you could fucking eat someone? Depends on the scenario.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the scenario. I mean, if you're to be, but how drastic that? I mean, it has to be a drastic scenario, and it has to be a very specific. I don't think I'll ever be confronted with that question.
Right.
Yeah, of like, what am I gonna do? It's me or this person. But it's like an island. But even that, I don't know. It has to be stuck underground for hell days.
Yeah, I don't know. Because almost a part of me, to that point, if it's that an extreme of a thing, I just off myself.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Surviving but then
for what?
But I don't know.
For moral victory?
I think the person would ultimately look out for his survival, his or her survival.
Right.
So you might not, unless you're depressive, but I mean, I guess you can be in the situation. But yeah. I think you're in just survival mode. So you're like, just hungry and thirsty. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But that kind of trips me out too. Like people who were either POWs or like shit like that. You got to be a fucking savage to just like live through all the torture and like out of your own like discipline, I guess, to be like, I'm gonna pull through this shit. Mm-hmm.
I think it's just that. I mean, sometimes they're also, I guess, not drugged up there, but they're not. They just don't believe their surroundings. It's just a weird world that they're in, and they come back to society. Like it's not a society. It's like it's just a dream. a nightmare maybe
of what they went through.
Yeah, so that's
Like
how
a
you
way-
might be able to cope with it because
A way to like, kind of like separate reality. That way you're not dealing with it.
this is war.
Right.
It's a thing. This is kind of shit that happens here. This is not what people do. Isn't that crazy? You separate things. This is not what people like.
Right.
Regular fucking no. That's a person that needs to feed their children, but we're coming into their country or they're coming into our
Right,
country
right,
trying to
right.
fuck us up because people with money think
Right.
that we should.
Yeah, that's fucking. Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you heard about Miley Cyrus making
Oh, the Malibu thing.
cute music again? I don't know if there's anything story behind the Malibu video.
I had
or
heard
song.
some. Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw this dumb broad on Facebook post about it.
Yeah.
That it was like Miley's trying to. I don't want to say clean up her act,
Yeah.
but kind of trying to move into that more pop culture
Mhm.
instead of like more white pop instead of the hip hop stuff that she was kind of in for the ratchetness.
Well, she had mentioned something. I don't like this. I don't like rap. It talks about guns and violence.
Oh, she said that.
And drugs and sex, and I'm like, oh, but you were getting
all of a sudden,
all
yeah.
of a sudden because it works for you.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Like, dude, there's plenty of video of her talking about,
Working that ass,
yeah,
sucking dick,
shut the fuck
smoking
up.
weed. But now she's like, oh, I got my blonde hair.
And
I
that's the
look
thing,
a
dude.
nice
Like,
girl.
that's what I don't fucking get. Like, if you have a change of heart, that's fine.
Mhm.
You're.
I'm not. We're not hating that she is different now.
No, it's the fact that you're preaching now the opposite.
You
when
can't-
it's like you could easily say, like, me and my girl will have arguments sometimes, and she'll be like, "Well, you said this before," and then I'm like, "Yeah, but I have the right to change my mind on things."
You can't do something and then see somebody else do that same thing, but look at them in a
Judgmental
position,
way.
in a position of yeah, I'm better than you.
Right,
because I
right.
Don't do that. You're
Right.
Just like,
It's like, yeah, it's just a dumb bitch, dude. It's like, yeah, we seen you, dude. Like, you've been in the public being a fucking ratchet skank. Now you want to clean up your act. That's fine, but then don't talk down about it.
Yeah.
That other people are doing that because, bitch, that's what you were doing. Yeah, it's stupid. But I mean that chick has issues for damn sure.
Have you seen the Hot Ones before? The YouTube channel.
You know what? I have, and I have no idea who the fuck is that guy? The white, the guy, the host.
You know what? It's interesting. Oh, the host.
Yeah.
I don't remember who the host is.
Yeah, like because I seen it, and he has like some pretty big celebrities on there.
Yeah.
Or pretty big names. And I was watching, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? No idea who the fuck he is.
Did you look into that or no?
No.
I think it's just a motherfucker that's a good
Just kind of
person.
YouTube dude.
Just started it.
I didn't know if he was just like a YouTube guy who had this like idea, and then as he got millions of followers, he was able to get bigger people, or if it was like a comedian who's just kind of known in the industry, but never really
Was it
like
funny?
him.
Yeah.
No. He's just interviewing him.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many comedians are there that are in the industry that you hear that you're like, oh, they're not funny.
No.
But yeah.
That's true.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if he was just like, this guy used to write for, Chappelle Show, like third writer. And so he's kind of in the industry. So he kind of knows, but yeah, I had seen it. I like the one, Action Branson did it.
Did you, I'm looking at, I go on Life Hacker sometimes. It's fun to see some silly shit, but they have a section where it's called Ask Dr. Nerdlove, and it's pretty interesting, these questions that they get asked or that he gets asked. And one of them is, how do I get better at oral sex?
That's funny.
But I have a question for you, right there, Watson.
Yeah.
Were you good off the bat on the bitch?
No, I actually, and I remember exactly what I did. I think I actually watched this before I ever hate any pussy, and I always want. I don't know. I have a thing for it. I like it. But I actually watched. It was a how to eat pussy video. On it was like Spankwire at the time, I think, or it wasn't Pornhub. And it was what's that fat fuck's name? The fucking Ron Howard.
Jeremy.
Ron Howard's the fucking director. Ron Howard.
That'd be awesome.
How
to eat pussy.
How the Grinch ate pussy. It was Ron Jeremy teaches you how to eat pussy, And then it was I watched, I think it was like 2 videos. It was one with him and he's like telling you kind of this is what you do, and he's eating the bitch's pussy out. And then there was another one where it was a chick eating this other chick out, and she's saying like, oh, this is the clip, this is how you do it, da, da, da. So I was a savage when I right off the bat, but it was because I fucking actually took time to study this shit.
I think so too. I'm in the same boat. I've always it was funny. I've always been oral about it. I've always wanted to eat the bitch out.
Right.
And then I looked. Not that I specifically. I mean, I may have probably read a few books.
Jeez, books? Damn,
yeah.
That's dedication. I watched a 5-minute video.
Yeah, probably read because it was because sometimes you go to your family goes to their friend's house, and then those kinky fucks have a book, like a sex book, like in their room. I would just sort of shit.
Eat, pray, love some pussy.
Yeah. And I remember like this happened a couple times where I just scan through, I'd find a book, sex book, like around somewhere in their armoire, and
like your parents' friends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I found that shit, and but I think it was mostly influenced in maybe video, but even that I never really got the, at least maybe it's just what I don't remember maybe, but I felt like I just kind of knew at a certain point I'm just gonna do this shit, and it seems to work out for me.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah, but I felt like I got it right off the bat. Like I felt like I felt like I got it off the bat.
Yeah,
eating pussy, dicking down took trial and error.
Oh, interesting.
Dicking them down. But pussy.
I was about to almost call you a liar, but then you're like, but the dicking down took that. So I was like, well, like he can't be lying about the pussy thing then, or else he would have. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say there's, but I 100% know that I'm good at eating pussy.
Yeah.
And I now become good at dicking down, but it took work to dick down a bitch.
Right. But
it was easy to eat a bitch out.
Huh? Yeah, just fucking prodigy, young prodigy,
sex prodigy.
Yeah.
That's weird.
You got the fucking golden mouth.
What do you use for news? What do you look at for stories?
Either Google News or the Android has this thing called a Flipboard, and it comes in directly. So I'll kind of browse through that shit, or tech meme is all the tech news that I listen to. Well, Tech Meme has articles from TechCrunch. So it's kind of like I get my TechCrunch feel from there. Podcasts too, like the Wired UK podcast. I'll listen to that for tech news. I try to
NPR, get all my news.
Yeah, NPR. Actually, I used to, but not much anymore. But I was gonna say I tried to sign up to some. Like pop culture podcast. Yeah. To kind of learn more about like what's going on with movies and shit like that, and I can't stand it. Even though I like the pop culture world and the fucking shit, I couldn't stand having these fools talk for 2 hours about it.
No, it's sometimes you're like, I don't really care. I just kind of will get the gist of
right. The only
make up my own mind.
Yeah, the only dudes, and even then I don't listen to them regularly. Every once in a while I do. Is Kevin Smith's Fat Man on Batman, where he'll do that shit. Yeah. They'll do that shit. Like I listened to the Guardians of the Galaxy one, but that's because I knew, one, I was like, I like the movie and I know these fools are gonna dick ride it. Yeah. But also his co-host Kevin Smith doesn't really say like any profound shit. No. Oh, just fucking, oh my god, I came twice in that movie. It was fucking great. But his co-host, I think his name is Chris. No. Whatever. This is
Hardwick?
No. It's this black guy. He's a writer for the LA Times.
Oh wow.
Mark Bernard. That fool, his co-host. Mm-hmm. He's actually, I don't know if he's ever written a movie, but this guy has some fucking sick shit. Like he'll talk about the movie. He's like, I love this about it. I love this about it. But I felt like Act 3 was lagging this, and if he would have done something like this, and then they're like, oh shit, yeah, you're fucking right. Like nice. What? Actually, he had a really good. I loved his fucking review on Guardians of the Galaxy. He was like, I love the movie. It was a great movie. It was entertaining. It was a very enjoyable movie. He's like, it reminded me as a kid when I would go watch like sci-fi movies and shit. Yeah. It brought me there. He's like, the only thing is the first one had a heart to it because it was sad about the mother and it was and he was like, the first one was about tragedy. Peter was dealing with the tragic story of his mom. Drax is dealing with the tragic story of his family. Rocket Raccoon's dealing with the tragedy of being created into this thing. Gamora's tragic on how she was abducted pretty much from her planet that got destroyed by this guy who became her abusive stepfather. He's like, it's tragic and there's a heart to it while it's still entertaining and stuff. He's like, the second one didn't really have that, at least not for the main character, Star-Lord. He's like, it did, but it wasn't as compelling. The story of the mother was more compelling in the first one than the story of the father. He's like, but Yondu actually had a really compelling fucking story, and he was the one that he brought the heart of the movie. And I was like, that's a fucking great review. He's like, yeah, it's a good review. It was a really good review.
And it's funny because now that you mentioned it, on the first one, I fell asleep watching it, but I do, when you were mentioning these things, they're all trying to find their place, and I guess that's how these misfits fit together. Right.
But and that opening, I love the opening sequence in the second movie. It was fucking sick. But the very first scene in the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie, that shit almost teared me up because it was young Peter chilling there. He's playing his fucking headphones. It's a cool little like soft music, and then his mom's in the hospital bed dying of brain cancer, and then she's like, okay, Peter, you have to go say bye now. And then it's just like sad as fuck, and then she dies, and he's like, no, and it's like, Peter, stay here, Peter, no, and then he's like distraught, and he runs off into nowhere crying the fuck out of it because his mom just passed away, and then spaceship grabs him, and then goes to fucking black, and then the movie starts, and I was like, holy fuck, I came in for this.
I didn't expect to cry.
Yeah, I was like, I came in for this nerdy sci-fi movie. It was like Up. You've seen Up? Like that. You're coming to see a fucking
does that shit to you all the time.
A fun Pixar goofy little movie, and the first fucking 20 seconds you're like, oh.
I remember watching it, and anytime I watch it with my sister, she
yeah.
She just starts laughing every and I think I've seen it like 3 times to put it on, and she knows it's coming, but she just wants to.
You just can't. Yeah, you just can't, man.
And I'm like, but it does. It gets you. It gets you to you like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. And that's the funny shit right there. Where like as a fucking male, you get mad, like make me feel.
You got me making me feel my feelings. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I was looking at my email because I've been emailing with some dude
fucking iTunes
at iTunes, but my niece has a tablet that my sister, I believe my sister or my parents gave her, and to be able, because my sister had her locked in on certain things, and me being a asshole uncle, or at least the fun uncle, quote unquote. I'm like, you know what? She was asking me, she's like, can I get Snapchat? I was just on Snapchat. I'm like, sure, but just no. Yeah, I have to know who's you're snapping,
right?
And it's just family, and she's like, I just want to snap my friend. Okay, so I look at a list of contacts and these people that.
Do you consistently check the list or no?
Like anytime I have a chance.
Oh, okay.
But she has. But I had to put in my email in there and this information. I had to kind of make a user and all this stuff.
Profile.
And so she has access to my email, and needless to say, I messaged a lot of breezies on there.
Dumb boy.
But this punk like goes through my emails to delete them if
she does?
Yeah. Just not I don't know if she's specific. I don't know what she's looking for, but I remember I've caught her like on an email. You have an email on? She's like, it's your email. I'm like, what the fuck are you deleting? But then I realized I'm like, that I have like 5 emails. I don't know if you have I have a shit ton, a few of them. A few that I use. One is the closest to me. One is I use for dirt.
Right.
And then one is just an old one that I've had for a while. And the one that she has is the one for dirt. And I'm
Oh
like,
God, you're an
ooh.
idiot. But then how did she log into the email though? Like, you set up a Snapchat account.
It wasn't to be able to get a Snapchat account. I had to create an account in the tablet to have
But why don't you just log your email out in the tablet?
Because then she won't have access to the Snapchat.
Really?
So on this tablet, it's like an Android tablet, and the way that my sister did it is she has this email address for her, but it's parental controlled.
Yeah.
I mean that she just can't download anything else.
Right.
And the same thing with mine. She can't download anything else,
Right.
but it's a separate account. So the way I was able to, I couldn't delete her account.
Yeah.
But I was able to add another user.
Oh.
And logging in as that user.
And so you can't be logged out of the user. Oh, that sucks.
She can't be logged out.
Why'd you use your dirt email?
It's just the one I use for Android or for anything.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
My personalized email, I don't ever use for any. You have it,
Right.
but I never really use it. But I just that's the one I use for downloads or for apps or stuff. I download that shit. I'm like, you're deleting these things. I'm like, are you looking through them? She's like, no. Or she looks through them, but she doesn't open them up. Apparently, I mean, you can't trust her.
Yeah.
But I just thought, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good at all. You have to figure that out.
Some changes, yeah. But I was looking, I'm like, ooh.
That's funny.
Especially, I remember some of the founders I've recently emailed. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to get.
You don't get that fucking caught up.
You want to fucking have her see some shit she shouldn't see.
Shit, man. So what's going on here? Anything? It's slow, man.
It is slow, man.
Bodies and bodies. I seen that shit too. That looks like a fucking vagina. You see that?
This one?
Yeah. Does that look good to you? It looks like legs spread and that's like a bush.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's somebody's head over, like on it.
How
to become a pussy.
Oh, I see that.
Let's see what techniques they
what is that? Cunnilings?
Cunnilings. That's what they call the proper word. Put her at ease.
Never fucking heard of that.
Have you ever came across a lady that's been like, I don't like
that? Yeah.
Have you done it to her?
No, because it's funny. Even though I like it a lot, if I don't have to, I won't. Which is weird, right? I enjoy it, but it's weird. Yeah. But if it's like they're like, nah, it's like, okay, one less thing to do.
I think it's just those nights maybe where you just want to get yours, but I remember that's my go-to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, same here. Yeah, that's a starter.
But I had a chick tell me that I don't like that,
and then you turned her,
and I'm like, you're gonna like this shit.
Yeah.
The golden tongue.
Yeah.
And I did it, and she's probably busted a few times, but I remember waking up, and going to have breakfast with her chick cousins. I'm ordering whatever the fuck, I forget. I think we went to Carl Jr. or some random ass spot.
Yeah.
But they're looking at me
because she told them.
Yeah. And you just have these they're like feisty eyes on me. Like,
yeah. Well, that reminds me because of one of them. She didn't answer. She didn't really say that she didn't like it, but she was just kind of like, it was my go-to. And then I just did a killer job. And then she was just telling me, she's like, oh, that's the first time I've ever really fully enjoyed that. It's just fucking no one's ever really really done it well. And then same thing, I went, we met up for her birthday, and it's just same thing, fucking friends looking.
But you've I've come across this many a shitty dick sucker.
Oh yeah, I actually think majority of women don't know.
What is that? And they just don't care for it, or
maybe they're just not like, maybe it's something they do for him but not for themselves, and that's why when I was watching videos to learn how to eat pussy, it wasn't because someone told me to. It's because I was like genuinely curious. Oh, I want to do this good.
Yeah.
And for them, it's usually a dude like, hey,
blow
me.
that they just think, oh, anything that I do,
Yeah.
they're gonna like.
Yeah.
It.
Right.
But I had girls straight up stop doing that because
it's not.
You're making me soft in your mouth right now.
Yeah, it's not good. Yep. No, but I think majority of them don't. I think that's what it is. Like, it's just people are. It's a task. It's a chore that someone put upon them.
It's work for sure. I when I go in on the bitch, it's my jaw is like, ooh, my tongue is like, oh fuck, I'm tired.
Fucking
like,
numb tongue, yeah. Nah, for sure. All right, my G.
Well, fuck.
That concludes this one, I guess. Yeah, it was all right. It was a decent conversation, but it's not much going on in the world. We do have that email, toughshitpodcast@gmail.com. If you guys are still fucking holding on, make sure you email us. The Facebook is facebook.com/toughshit. No I on the shit. So TOUGHSHT.
You can email us or you can message us there, and we'll be happy to put that on or talk about it on the podcast. You can message us in the email or on the SoundCloud, wherever we have. I mean, we're everywhere. So
yeah. All over the fucking map, boy.
yeah.
And that goes to the other podcast we were mentioning, the fucking guy who trolled us the first troll. We appreciated it. We really fucking did.
You can go troll us, go shit on us.
Go fucking do whatever you
just
want.
be active, you know?
Yeah. All right. Peace.
All right, bitches.
Later.